I didn't plan to build my own sauna brand, but 3 years, 4,000 sauna projects and countless requests later, here we are. And it all started from trying not to go bankrupt. This is a bit different type of a video. This is the story behind Loyly Saunas. It all started with a sauna marketplace called the Sauna Heater. I quickly realized that retail isn't easy, especially when hundreds of others are selling the exact same sauna heaters at the exact same prices. Standing out felt nearly impossible. If we simplify things a lot, running an online marketplace is rather simple. You need to get people to visit your website and then you need to find a way to sell something to those same people. That's how online store owners make a living. However, the sauna market was becoming more and more saturated by the day, and getting people to visit our website without breaking the bank was becoming increasingly difficult. I have always had a sauna in my apartment. When the business was really struggling with increasing ad costs and rising competition, instead of meditating and relaxing in the sauna, I spent my nightly sessions in silence just thinking how to save the business. During my sauna sessions at that time, I was sweating a bit more than usual and not because of the heat. Things were getting critical. If I couldn't sell more stuff to people already visiting our website or bring in new people without burning more cash, we would go under. Then it hit me. I realized something that would change my life and the way thousands of people built their saunas worldwide. I realized that by making videos on YouTube about everything sauna, someone might watch those videos and then maybe even buy something sauna related from the Sauna Heater. And the best thing was that making these videos was free, monetarily speaking. It only required my time, which wasn't worth much at that point. Great, I thought I was a genius. That thought didn't last very long when I realized there were a couple small obstacles between me and making these YouTube videos. First problem, I didn't know anything worth teaching. Sure, I'm Finnish. I have sat in hundreds of saunas and I knew the specs of everything we sold, but all of that may be enough for 2 YouTube videos. Shit. Additionally, I knew nothing about cameras, editing, filmmaking, and as a bonus, my spoken English was on a questionable level. That's a good starting point, I guess. Well, I thought to just give it a try and figure things out along the way. I had nothing to lose. The first YouTube video I filmed didn't get much views, and now looking back, that's not very surprising considering the quality I produced. However, if I had learned something, it was that you need to do a lot before you can make any conclusions. So I made a lot of videos. The videos started doing better and better, and some people purchased supplies for their sauna builds. The deeper I studied YouTube, the clearer it became. The videos that pack the most value into every second consistently get the most views. Since I couldn't deliver a lot of value per second for sauna builders without first truly understanding how to build a sauna, I had to do a deep dive into this topic. I purchased every single book about sauna building, read the infamous Trumpkins notes, and obsessively studied all materials Lassi Liikkanen has put out. Great work, Lassi. Next, I reached out to seasoned sauna builders, joined real builds with them, and started hunting down every sauna I could step my foot in. And boom! After a couple of months, I started really understanding what made for a great sauna and, more importantly, how to build one. Now, I was capable of teaching people how they can build theirs. So, I did. I put another couple hundred hours of work into how to build a sauna series where we went through every single thing a sauna builder should know before building their own sauna. And people who watched these videos purchased sauna heaters. Yippee! I also made some online courses and exclusive content to my online sauna building community, the Sauna Society. People loved it. But there was another problem. After learning the secrets of great Finnish saunas, I realized most saunas outside of Finland are very poorly built. Yeah, some of you will now get offended. It turned out that after watching my videos, a lot of people really wanted their saunas built in a way that we Finns would build ours. What? A surprise. Some of these sauna enthusiasts were fine with building the sauna themselves, but others wanted to have the kit they could use to make sure they got it right without the hassle of drawing plans and finding parts individually. So the requests started flooding in, and to my surprise, from all over the world. Not only Americans, but also Europeans, Australians, and even people from the Middle East were interested in purchasing a sauna kit designed following the Finnish sauna design principles. After absorbing the educational materials I had put out, they wanted a sauna kit designed by me. After what felt like countless requests, I decided to give people what they were asking for: a complete sauna kit designed by me following the Finnish sauna design guidelines. So, where do you start when you want to build your own sauna brand? Well, I started by calling an Estonian sauna enthusiast, Arnold. Arnold and I had worked together previously while he was at home. Now, having moved to work with a sauna manufacturing company, I thought he might be able to help out. And he was, indeed. We did go through the requirements I had for this kit and got to work. After some planning, we thought we had come up with what would become my first sauna model. We were supposed to launch in late 2024, but there was another problem. I got the initial prototype delivered to me and started building it in the middle of November, which happens to be the worst month for building a sauna in Finland. Finnish November is cold, with temperatures close to freezing, but not quite there yet. Instead of snowing, it's raining all the time, and the sun is shining only a couple of hours a day. The problem with building a sauna in non-stop rain isn't the cold or the misery. That's manageable. It's the wood. Wet boards swell, twist, and suddenly nothing fits. It's like they have never seen a measuring tape. Another issue we had was that since this was a prototype, we didn't have any instructions yet, and some of the wood was incorrectly cut and measured as a bonus. But it gets even worse. After working our ass off with the build and getting to test the sauna for the first time, I realized it didn't turn out as I wanted. I had tried to rush the process and bent to some suggestions from the manufacturer. We had tried to cut corners by not following a few key design principles of Finnish saunas, and it showed. I had just spent months designing and a week building a sauna I didn't even want to use. That was a punch to the gut. I had to go back to the drawing board. After more drawing with sauna designers, studying materials, looking into what went wrong last time, we got something together that I thought would be worth building to test out. So me, Anton and Christian from my team traveled to the factory in Estonia and started building. We learned from our mistakes and decided to build this prototype inside. It was February and the temperatures were well below freezing outside, but the weather didn't bother us this time. Running from the cold and rain wasn't the only advantage of building our next prototype inside the factory. When during the build we noticed that something wasn't quite right, we had the ability to create new parts on the fly. We made a bunch of adjustments during the build by having designers and engineers come down from their office to our building spot multiple times to adjust our plans. When we finally had the whole sauna together, we were cautiously excited. This time we knew that no corners had been cut and all the principles for designing a real Finnish sauna had been followed. After experiencing the sauna for the first time, it was an emotional moment. The experience was magical and I think we spent over 30 minutes inside the sauna during our first session. Everything was just perfect and I knew we had finally done it. While we made a couple of adjustments to the ventilation system, bench supports and a few other things after that initial session, that first session confirmed we had created something truly special. The first production was completed at the beginning of July and we officially launched at the beginning of August 2025. The response from early customers has been incredible. First customers have been as amazed as we were with Loyly Original and we couldn't be happier with the start of our journey. This journey is still just getting started, but in the past year I have learned a lot, met incredible people and built something I'm truly proud of. I'm just grateful I get to do this. Big thanks to everyone who has been involved so far. Let's keep pushing forward. I really hope every single one of you gets to enjoy Loyly one day.